Okay, so in this lesson we are going to be going over the menu items layer, selection, and filter. In layer we can make a new layer. So if I click on highlights, I go layer, new layer, I will now have a layer 41. If I go to new line artwork layer, that will give me a new line artwork layer, as you can see down here. If I go to new layer set, that will give me a new folder. If I go to copy, that will copy that layer I was just on. And if I go to delete, it will delete the layer. And if I go to merge layer set, it will merge that layer together. Let's make another layer set, new layer set, and we're going to put set 1, line work, and layer 41 in there. And now we're going to go to merge layer set, and now all of that is going to be merged together. Next we have delete or erase. Erases everything on that layer, which of course we have nothing on that layer right now, so let's scribble on it so you can see. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Now we're going to go to erase, and now it is gone. Scribblies are gone. And then we have delete, and now that is gone. Okay, we're going to make a few more layers. Okay, this layer that we're on is going to be transferred down if we click this. So now, let's do that again. It's down. So you can't see, but let's scribble on this layer again. Scribble, scribble. So now we have something on the layer, and if we go to transfer down, this is now on layer 44, and if we go back up and we go to layer, transfer down, oh, wrong thing. Gotta be on layer 440. Go transfer down again, and now it's back on layer 45. Okay, if we go to merge down, now layer 44 and 43 just merged. We go to merge visible layers. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to delete that layer. We're going to go to fill. And that will fill your layer with whatever color you have selected. And we're going to undo that. If we go to, we're going to do these last. Go to luminance to transparency. You can't really tell anything. So we're going to scribble on it again. I'm going to go layer, luminance to transparency, and that changes the transparency and the luminance. Basically, the luminance just makes it dark. I'm going to go edit and do that. And we're going to go to transform, and this will transform that layer, whatever on that layer. And then, of course, we have to OK. And now it is done. Now we can move it around. Go back to layer, and we can go to flip horizontally, or we can go to flip vertically. We can go to counterclockwise, and then we can go to rotate 90 clockwise. There is a lot of options here. We can also rename the layer. Once layer 43, we can name it blue squiggles. Squiggled. Okay. So we just named it. And go to we can go to merge visible layers, and that will merge everything together. Give it a second. So now everything's merged together. We're going to undo that. As you see, it's all on one layer now. And now that we've undone, all of our layers are back. Now if we go to flatten image, it will also merge all the layers together, and it will also give you a white background. You can't tell inside, but all the layers you create are transparent, meaning they have no background on them. So unless you put a color in the background, they are transparent. And what flatten image does, it gives you a white background if you don't have anything in the transparent layer. So we're just going to do that. And that is it for the layers. Okay, next we have selection. We're going to zoom in here and select our face. And we're going to go to clear. Clear is a selection. We already know that. Invert inverts the selection. So now everything besides her face is selected. We're going to invert again, and now everything is now selecting her face. We can click show, and that will either show or not show the selection. And then we can go to increment, and that just basically grabs that. Undo, and we can select all, which will select everything. And that is it for the selections. Okay, next is filter. We have, let's go on a better, okay, we're going to make a new layer. And we're going to scribble, and now we're going to go to filter. We're going to go hue and saturation, and you're going to get this little window box here. You're going to get hue, and this will change the hue of whatever you just painted. So if you want it to be orange or yellow, here it's orange, you can change it to orange. And saturation refers to how saturated the color is, how vivid or bright it is, or dull. We have luminance, which can make it darker or lighter. So you can either make it black or white. And you can also have this little preview down here, so you can mess with all this and not know what you're doing, or you can click preview and see what you've done. And you can hit OK, and now we have a teal squiggly instead of a dark blue squiggly. Go back to filter and go to brightness and contrast, and you'll get this little box here. And you can adjust the brightness, which will make it either lighter or darker, very similar to luminance. And we have contrast, which will make it either more vivid. Basically, it'll make the lights lighter or more vivid, and the darker is darker. And we have color deepen. We'll make the color more rich looking. And then we also have the preview here as well. We can see what we've done. And okay. And now we have a gray squiggly. And that is it for this lesson. I'll see you in lesson 3 in chapter 3.